Welcome classic rock fans to another episode of Classic Rock Conundrums, and the question for consideration is, are gig tickets too expensive? I think a resounding yes for that one perhaps, but I'm kind of interested as to why they've become so expensive. Is it just artists or promoters becoming greedy bastards? That possibly might be the case, but I don't think it's necessarily exclusively the case. I've tried to look into why that is possibly the case, and I've come up with the following answers. Record sales, apparently bands are not selling records the way they used to due to apparently downloads. So this is kind of making them want to accrue more money by touring and playing live gigs. Bigger shows, there's a lot more production that goes into bigger shows. There's more people to pay. Bigger shows need more people involved. Also read somewhere that also it's all becoming a lot more legitimate. In other words, road crew and all these people that would help out and travel with the band now have to have insurances and pension schemes and pay tax and all sorts of things. So that's all adding to the cost as well. But certainly one thing that I think that is happening is that, certainly in my case, for example, I find that I'm saving my pennies for the bigger gig, the bigger event, and cutting back on a lot of the smaller concerts I would have ordinarily attended. So I think it's a lot of the smaller bands that are losing out simply by the price of gig tickets and the cost of these big events. Also, I think what is also happening is people are going to these concerts, they're buying the ticket, but they're drinking less, or they're not buying beers at the venue at £5 a pint. You can understand why. People often are getting carry-outs and they're drinking on the train on the way to the concert. But also merchandise, the sale of merchandise is drastically reducing because people are trying to save some money there as well by not shelling out 25 quid for a t-shirt. So the question is, are concerts too expensive? How is that affecting you? Are you going to less? Are you going to none whatsoever? Are you doing what I'm doing, just being a lot more selective and not buying merchandise and stuff like that? He says, sitting here in his Tom Petty t-shirt. I'm glad I bought that t-shirt actually, because it was a memorable gig, and of course Tom Petty died 3 months later, but I don't usually buy t-shirts simply because they're just far too expensive. Anyway, what do you think about the price of gig tickets and what can be done about it? I think one thing that can be done about it is the elimination of touting as well. I think StubHub have gone on to say that the people that sell tickets on their websites are not touts, they're simply people who can no longer go to the event and are just selling their ticket on. I think this is a load of hogwash. Pearl Jam tickets sold out in a flash, as did the U2 tickets. Then suddenly they magically reappear instantaneously in their hundreds on StubHub for 3 times the price, even more. If that isn't touting by any other name, I don't know what it is. Anyway, what do you think about the price of going to gigs these days? Please share your thoughts. Leave your comments in the box below. Anyway, thank you for watching.